Well, the topics, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to go over a little bit of what happened in the last year, some facts and figures. We're going to talk about the operating budget, kind of give you an idea where we're at sitting with cash the next 5 years. New projects, what we're working on, what are our committees working on. We got a couple of committees that our board president has put together. One, the policy committee, obviously to handle policies, project committee to handle new projects, deal with existing projects as issues arise. We'll talk a little bit about metering and some new projects we got coming along with the metering program. And we'll spend the last half an hour handing the mic over to Andy Jones, which you're all familiar with. He's the one that did a lot of the work in the WAS case. So here's the WAS administrative reaches. We got City of Denver down here, Greeley's up here, and you're heading out. This is the Wiggins area. Real similar to GMS, we adopted the same geographical locations as GMS. However, in the WAS decree, we had to split some of the reaches up. The accounting got a lot more complicated. There were some other ditch companies. Some other water right holders said you need to make replacements not just to the center of this reach, you need to make replacements at certain head gates. So Reach F got split in half, Reach C got split in half, and Reach A got split in half at the Fort Morgan Canal. So there was a lot more people involved in this. You know, as you know, the WAS decree is a product of a trial, not a product of a negotiated stipulated decree as what happened when GMS was entered in 2005. So the WAS quota, we mailed out to everybody a few weeks ago, the quota right now being at 0. Why? Where are we at? What needs do we have to overcome? And we've talked with many of you, and the need and the hurdle is this projection tool. And quite simply, the projection tool is that if we pump an acre foot of water today, do you got the water to replace those depletions years from now? That's the argument that the senior water right holders want to make sure in a dry spell that their diversions into their ditches won't be affected based on lag depletions from past irrigation well pumping. So that's where a lot of this battle, a lot of the fight comes from. This is all in general terms. If we need some more specific information, we can get it to you. If you want to contact us privately. Generally speaking, we need about 1,000 acre feet of water over the next 3 or 4 years. Plus, we also need to come up with another 1,000 acre foot of firm supply. And that firm supply is something that's projectable, something that we know will refill every year, that being a senior water right, or that being additional water storage that we just always keep full. Maybe we acquire a 1,000 acre foot vessel that we just always keep full, you know. So those are things that we got to come up with. And putting some figures to it, you know, you're talking $7, $8, $9, $10 million worth of assets we still have to acquire. Right now we're pretty much maxed out as far as what the WAS subdistrict can go in debt for. We're at about 17 million. So that's where we're at right now. Accounting zero, projection zero, I probably could have used some better terms, but I was just trying to lay out where are we at right now. Right now we're kind of at this, like I call it, accounting zero mode. Our counting shows, the counting that we have in hand shows that we've been making the replacements to all the well depletions, definitely since the fall to current. We've secured a lot of leased water supplies. WAS has its own supplies that we're making replacements with, and we're whole in that regards. Projection zero, another maybe not the greatest term, but our projection has to show we need to have those 2,000 acre foot combined supplies in order to get the projection to balance. is where we're at. We have to show, like I said, we got to have a water supply out in the future that we can rely upon. So that's kind of where we're sitting at now. And we'll get a little bit more to the finances a little bit later when Danielle speaks. Ruth Ann's going to talk about the counting process.